Hello everyone. Today we will try to understand a new concept called difference between global variable and local variable in VBA. So VBA is a very powerful language we will use to automate many of tasks in Excel or within the Microsoft applications. Now, I assume that you already know about what is meant by variable. Now let's look at that how to use the local variables and global variables. If you look at this show local variable procedure, I use something called dim message as string. It is stick to the only local variable. If you look at that, I have given message and I am local variable, some message I have given. If you try to execute this one, yes, of course you can run this one. I am local variable. Now, this same variable, if I want to use in another variable, I'm sorry, another show procedure, so it's not possible. So let me do that one. Message box message. This message is the name of the variable. If I try to execute this one, look at that variable not defined. So we cannot run this variable because it is declared in show local variable, but we are using in show local global variable procedure. That is not possible. But whereas if you look at that, let me delete this one because that's an incorrect statement. Let me delete. Now if you look at that here, I mentioned that public global message as string. I just declared this variable at the top of the module, and now I assign the global message here. I am global variable in another sub procedure and I'm using in another sub procedure. Now let me execute this statement. Look at that. It is executing. Of course, there is nothing text here. Look at that. It is executing. So it will execute without any errors because we have declared as a public and we have assigned in another procedure and we have using in another procedure. So here is the way we can use this global variable and local variables. But where to use this one? What is the difference between these two? If you look at here, if you declaring procedure is you have to declare with dim keyword. Generally we'll use to declare any variable, and coming to the global variables you have to declare with public and the scope within only procedure, and it is all the modules, all the procedures we can use the global variables. Lifetime, the lifetime is only exist when the procedure is running. Once the procedure is done, then it will we cannot use the local variables, whereas this global variable is not like that, exist as long as the workbook is open. Once the workbook is closed, then again it will start. So until you close that, when you can use the global variables. And use here, this is temporarily of course because using only inside function local variable. But global variable is not like that. We can use shared data across the multiple functions. So here is the way we can use the local variables and global variables. I hope you understood a short video about this one. If you want to know more about local variables, global variables with an easy examples or difficult examples, whatever it is, just post me in the comment. I'm going to show you examples. I hope everybody understood this one, and thank you so much.